That's my age.
That's 35 years ago, dude. Well, 34. I'm not quite 50, but I'm pushing it. Hey, it worked. We are live. Hey. Cossack Crazies, give me a minute here. We got to finish up a little bit of our pregame action, but we are live. Right here from Florence-Henry High School, home of the Florence-Henry Falcons. Just finish up some pregame stuff before we get too far into anything here. The boys are still yet to take the floor, but it is getting today that 5:30 area. I believe they're waiting until maybe 5:35 before they take the floor. It sounds like the starting lineups tonight will be at 5:50, so we'll send it down to the floor for that. We got a Star Spangled Banner that we'll do as well tonight. And then we are going to be in Region 2A action opening night. This is the postponement. Jordan, how'd you take the postponement on Tuesday? You know, we were supposed to do this a few days ago. Everything got called off by lunchtime. Yeah. Something about snow and blowing around and
snow, wind.
The worst blizzard we've ever seen in South. I don't know.
Well, they got 8 inches up here, according to what everyone else has told me. So,
well, it is melted off by now. There's a lot of just field and grass out there right now. Some of that snow's hanging on.
Yeah.
In my cruising around this afternoon, I'm a huge bird nerd. I don't know if you've known that about me, but most of the team does. I found ducks today. Ducks. Now, I can see that you're not impressed by that, but since the ducks haven't been here since November, I was happy to see them.
I'm impressed that this early in March.
Yeah.
Now, if it would be a week or two, I'd be more enthusiastic because springtime's almost here for planting season.
Yeah.
So.
How long do you have to wait till planting? Just to let the frost come back out of the ground, or what do you got to do?
Frost out of the ground and warmer weather conditions and
a little bit warmer.
Insurance dates and
all that fun stuff. Yeah. All right, so
you going out to state?
Yes. My father keeps having medical issues, and we have another one today. He's got a pretty big surgery coming for him on Monday. But yes, on Monday I'm leaving. I was just going to leave very early Monday morning and dink around in the Black Hills out there for a few days before everyone else gets out there. But now I'll have to wait till Monday afternoon late before I get out there. But I found a great deal on a couple of hotels through Friday morning. Now I got to find something in Spearfish for Friday night and Saturday night, and it sounds like Spearfish is filling up in a hurry. So
check Deadwood, the Lodge, or the whatever. There's another one in Deadwood.
I may have to. Somewhere up there, I know there's a hotel somewhere. Even if I have to go all the way back to Rapid, I will, but I don't want to travel that far on Friday night, Saturday night. But see, what's going on in Deadwood is it's their St. Patrick's Day celebration, so all the hotels are $300 a night, which I don't want to do.
Lodge wasn't. Lodge was actually under $200.
Well, it's still too much, man. There's got to be something cheaper out there than $200 a night. I know that. We'll keep on looking. It seems like our teams are about ready to take the floor here. I'm going to do some last-minute preps on my iPad here and make sure we can see everyone. You can see the happy faces that are in front of me. You are looking live, to quote Brent Musburger from my NFL Today days back when I was a kid. This is Florence-Henry High School.
You're good.
This is what it looks like. You can see our Cossacks down there in the corner. They're waiting until 5:35 officially, the 15-minute warm-up mark, because starting lineups tonight will be at 5:50 our time. So they are waiting for that, but it should be a good one here. Let me open something up on my phone here. That's going to help us out tremendously. The other thing I can tell you all is this is Sioux Valley Athletics on Sauls Media, our exclusive presenter, Bankstar Financial, with locations in Volga, Brookings, and Elkton. Bankstar provides big-time business with a small-town feel. Looking to finance a home? Need a car loan? How's your retirement plan looking? Stop in today to chat with the local professionals. Bank on the bright side. Bankstar Financial, a proud sponsor of Sioux Valley Athletics and the Sauls Media broadcasts. We come in tonight in the opening round of Region 2A. The Sioux Valley Cossacks, 11-9 on their season. They are the road team tonight. This is a 5 seed for our Sioux Valley Cossacks. And we'll play the 4-seeded Florence-Henry Falcons. They are 13-7 on their season. They are the 4 seed. Higher seeds host in these region play games. Winner of this is going to play tomorrow night at Hamlin, the Education Center. Hamlin, the 1 seed in Region 2A. They got the bye for tonight, so they're awaiting the winner of this game for their opponent tomorrow night. And it's a condensed schedule as the boys SODAC 16 will all be on Tuesday, as Class B, Class A will go Tuesday night. The AA guys, I believe they go on a night, maybe the night after on that Wednesday, or maybe they are even Tuesday. I'd have to look that up. I just don't pay a lot of attention to the AA schools. I just don't have to, so I kind of lose track of them from time to time. But we are here in Florence-Henry tonight. The Falcons, the Cossacks, a good matchup. This is the first meeting this season. As far as postseason play, this could be the first postseason matchup as well ever for these 2 squads. Florence-Henry now in Class A and now in Region 2 for that matter, as some shifting around has gotten Florence-Henry into Region 2 in Class A. So here we are, the first ever postseason meeting, but it's the first time this season that we're seeing the Falcons. So that is the deal tonight. Other sponsors we get to thank tonight, Bell Brands. They'll sponsor our opening tip tonight. CC's Bar and Grill is going to bring us those starting lineups in about 11 minutes or so. GP Auto is going to bring us our first quarter stats. Health Source Chiropractic, they are the sponsor of the Health Source Halftime Show. Precision Risk Management brings us our third quarter stats tonight. Shorty's Hot Box Food Truck, they are the sponsor of our final stats once we're all said and done. And once we do finish this off, we'll pick a player of the game. That is sponsored by Tropical Smoothie Cafe. Player of the game is going to get themselves a gift certificate for a free smoothie. So thank you, Tropical Smoothie Cafe, a fantastic sponsor of all of these broadcasts right here on Saul's Media, and a big sponsor of Sioux Valley Athletics. We have other sponsors that we'll thank throughout the game. This look around the South Dakota Score Feed app, we'll be doing that throughout the contest and at halftime and after the game is done, just to get us our Region 2A scores on the other matchups that are happening tonight. And then some of the action that is pertinent to our Cossacks, you know, some of the local flair, local teams that we have played, we have seen, all the region plays. Everyone in Class A, Class B going tonight in South Dakota with the idea that everyone is playing tomorrow night as well with SODAC 16 play on Tuesday. Got to get these games in. So there's no snow stopping anything tonight. Last night, the girls' SODAC 16 was adjusted in a couple of spots. There was some weather out west. I believe the Flandreau Flyers had to move their game up in Murdo because of the snow and the rain that was flying around near Murdo. And then it was Mapialuta, formerly the Red Cloud squad, that took out the Flandreau Flyers girls team last night. But they did have to play a couple hours early. That's not the case. Everyone's firing up at 6 o'clock tonight. Tomorrow night, everyone plays at 7 o'clock. And tomorrow night, those winners will be the participants for the SODAC 16 on Tuesday. Jordan, what do you got, my man?
So I do know Castlewood is playing tonight.
Yeah.
At the same time as, I think 5:30 is when theirs starts.
Okay.
Because Estline to Smith's game, they play in Castlewood, which is...
Oh, they have a doubleheader going on. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Which is completely different because Estline and DeSmit are all south farther than Castlewood.
Yeah.
So it's weird that they're coming north to play in Castlewood when they're both...
Yeah. You know, in Class B, they do things a little bit differently. They're trying to get as many people into the gyms as they can. Maybe overpacked as far as a Castlewood gym goes. You remember that place. It's not the biggest gym in the world.
I went up there after practice for the Estline Castlewood game.
Yeah.
That game they only lost by 9, but that gym was still packed.
This gym right here in Florence-Henry would be similar to what Castlewood has. You can see the bleachers on the far side of the floor. It's not the biggest place, but it is going to house the Cossacks for tonight. The Cossack Crazies certainly filling in around the Saul's Media area around me. Yeah, we got the huddle camera right next to us. We're all set up, just ready to go here. And this cough, I tell you, this cough is never going away. It started in January, and it is never, ever going away. Part of growing up, Jordan. You just don't heal once you get to 49 years old. So, other action. Let's open up our South Dakota Score Feed app. That is brought to us by Back Alley Meats, downtown Volga. They have big city selection with a small town quality, I think is the slogan there. Did I get that right, Jordan?
I don't know.
Small town quality, big city selection. There we go, downtown Volga. It's also brought to us by Buster's Auto Brokers, right on the corner, right on the price, right there in Mitchell, South Dakota. Other action, Region 2 tonight. This is Florence-Henry and Sioux Valley. That's the 4-5 matchup. Also happening tonight in Clark, the Cyclones of Clark Willow Lake will welcome the Great Plains Lutheran Panthers tonight. That's a 6 o'clock start. And then the Dual Cardinals will be hosting Elkton Lake Benton. That's a 3-6 matchup. So the winner of those two games will play tomorrow night as well at 7 o'clock, and it is yet to be determined. If it's Clark Willow Lake that wins that 2-7 matchup, the matchup will be in Clark again tomorrow night. If other things happen there, we'll have to check out how those results happen by the time this game ends as well. In Region 3, also close enough to us, the Flandreau Flyers, they got the 4 seed in Region 3. They'll take on Madison at home tonight. And there are 2 games that are going on right now as the Quarriors have a big lead over Tri-Valley right now. That's the 2-7 matchup in Region 3. The Quarriors ahead 58-30 at the moment. And then also happening in Region 3 right now, number 3 seeded in Region 3, the Baltic Bulldogs. They have a good lead over the Garrettson Blue Dragons, 46-39. That game is in Baltic. And it's saying those 2 games are finals already. So the 2-3 matchup for tomorrow night at 7, the Baltic Bulldogs will be heading to Del Rapids to play in that region final. Winner that's going to head to the Sodex 16 on Tuesday night. Whoever wins between Flandreau and Madison tonight, they will visit West Central, the Trojans, the number 1 seed, waiting the winner of that 4-5 matchup. That game will be tomorrow night. In Region 4, maybe the most competitive region in South Dakota, we have finals here as well. So not everyone waited until 6 or whatever it was. There was more snow that happened on the south side of South Dakota today. If you were south of I-90 at any point today, you saw some of that snow. So I think they moved some of the games up for that. Dakota Valley already a winner over Beersford. That was the 4-5 matchup. Lennox took out Canton today, 66-28. Vermilion, the 3 seed, they beat Elk Point Jefferson. So it is 1-2-3-4 in Region 4. Dakota Valley will head to Sioux Falls Christian. The Chargers got the 1 seed in Region 4. And then Vermilion will visit Lennox. Those games are tomorrow at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So some of these times are being changed around on us, Jordan. Not everyone's waiting until 7 o'clock tomorrow night. So in Region 4, they're going to play those games at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. 1 game at Sioux Falls, 1 game in Lennox. That's going to about do it as far as teams that are pertinent to us. McCook Central Montrose, that's another foe that we see all the time. They got a win over Parker today. So they move on in Region 5. MCM, the 3 seed. They're awaiting the winner of Wagner and Bonham, the Cavaliers. And then it is Hanson that got the 1 seed in Region 5. They'll await the winner of Mount Vernon Plankinton and Scotland Menno tonight. We'll check out the rest of those scores as we move through, including some of the Class B action that's out there as well. We've got plenty of common opponents as we see those teams all the time as well. School song is happening. You can see all of our Cossack crazies standing up around us as us lowly media folk just keep yapping away. So yeah, we'll take a look around that South Dakota Score Feed app as we go through. It should be a good one tonight. This Florence-Henry team, they are good. Let's go through what they've done throughout their season. Shall we? Jordan, how do you think about that? Florence-Henry, 13-7 on their year. They have losses to Dual and Clark Willow Lake. Those are both in December. They ended up losing to Elkton Lake Benton on the 10th of January. They lost to Howard as well. That's a 16-5 Howard team in Class B. That was at Dakota State University, part of a classic there. And then they took tough losses to Wabash Summit, Castlewood Warriors. That was a big loss there. And then Groton, a good team out of Region 1. The Groton Tigers, 15-5 on their season, looking to do some damage to their postseason as well. So the wins that Florence-Henry has this year, there is a team that is 10-10. They beat a Millbank team that is 11-10. And they beat a Waverly South Shore team that is 12-8. Waverly South Shore is Class B. So not a lot of wins against teams with winning records, especially in Class A. Our Sioux Valley Cossacks, they have played some of the best out there, including our region, and it's an 11-9 season for our Cossacks, but they are battle-tested, they are ready, and they are healthy at the moment, about as healthy as they've been in a month. Brett Milton still has a cast on his left wrist, but he is good to go as long as he can handle whatever pain. They've been asking him all the time, how's it feel, how's you doing, did you slap something, does it hurt when you do that? And he constantly says no, he's ready to go. Braden Danzizen has been ill as he's lost a little bit of weight, lost a couple of pounds here and there with the sickness he's been dealing with. He's been limited in practice, but he should be able to go tonight as well, maybe in a limited type of fashion, but they have a full staff. These Sioux Valley Cossacks, you can see them warming up out there. We are in the road yellows tonight. Road yellows with the white numbers, white, well, I guess it's black letters on the front there, and then it's kind of the navy blue trim that goes around that as well. The Florence-Henry Falcons, you can see on the left side of our court, they're in their home whites. They have the blue outline, blue trim around the shorts, around the tops, and they'll have the blue letters, blue numbers on their jerseys. Their star, which we're going to hear this name quite a bit tonight, Carson Vavruska. He is number 12 out there. You can see him shooting. He's just doing a reverse layup in the lane. Number 12, Carson Vavruska. That is the name that we have to worry about for the Florence-Henry Falcons. He is fantastic. He can shoot it from the outside. He can drive to the hole. He likes to get fouled on those drives as well, so he'll do free throws or and ones, and he can score. He's probably the best player that Florence-Henry has, one of the best in the region. And he will be a problem tonight for our Sioux Valley Cossacks. They've been preparing for him for about a week. So we'll see what the plan of our head coach has, Mr. Bill Vincent, and the staff of trying to take Vavruska, slow him down, or even stop him altogether tonight. We'll see what the head coach has in store. With about 3 minutes left here, what we can do is move to our starting lineups up here, then we'll send it down to the floor. They'll do starting lineups with the PA announcer down there. We'll go through a Star Spangled Banner, and then we'll be back here for the opening tip right here at Florence-Henry High School. So let's do that. This is our starting lineups. They are brought to us tonight by CC's Bar and Grill, downtown Volga. Amazing Chislik, burgers, chicken, and more. Good friends, good food, good times. CC's Bar and Grill, a proud sponsor of Sioux Valley Athletics and the Sauls Media broadcast. So for the Florence-Henry Falcons, number 12, as I mentioned, Carson Vavruska. He is a 5'9" senior guard. He will be a problem tonight. Look for number 12 on the other side. Number 23, Carson Kelly. He's a 5'11" freshman forward. Number 34, Logan Cole. He is a 6'4" junior forward. Number 35, Ty Berg, a 6'4" senior forward. And number 50, Tristan Sumner, a 6'2" senior center. The Falcons are head coached by Will Rowe. Assistant coach is Brandon Huppler. And that is the Falcons as we are about to begin our Region 2A opening round here. Starting lineups for our Sioux Valley Cossacks. Number 4, Carson Sapp. He's a 6'6" sophomore forward. Number 5, Braden Danzizen, a 6'2" junior forward. Number 14, Maverick Nelson, a 6'3" senior guard. Number 23, Brock Christofferson, a 5'11" senior guard. And the big man in the middle, number 35, Tobin Squires, a 6'7" junior center. Those are our starters for the Sioux Valley Cossacks. Head coach is Bill Vincent. Assistant coaches David Carmen, Buster Vincent, Colin Vanderwall, Ryan Burgraff, and Noah Cash Clare. It's going to be a fun one here tonight as we begin the Region 2A play. Winner of this game tonight is going to head to Hamlin tomorrow night. It is slated for a 7 o'clock start at the Hamlin Education Center. And that is going to do it. So what we'll do right now is we're going to send this down to the floor for the PA announcer. We'll do starting lineups on the floor. We'll do the Star Spangled Banner, and we'll be right back here on YouTube. Thanks for tuning in. I am Jason Salzman, my partner in crime, Jordan Reese. He's running the huddle camera. He'll also be running the scoreboard tonight. It's going to be fun. So, with that, I will say we're going to send this down to the floor, and we'll be right back here. Cossack Crazies, don't go anywhere. Sioux Valley Athletics coming up next.
event. Their experience and integrity qualify them to administrate the rules of the game. At this time, we ask that you stand, remove your caps as we honor or pay honor to America with the singing of the national anthem. Veterans in active military duty, not uniform, may salute the flag. Your national anthem this evening will be performed by the Florence-Henry Choir under the direction of Marcy Felicity. Ladies and gentlemen, your national anthem.
Cossack Crazies, we are through our pregame Region 2A action, about to fire up right here in Florence-Henry. Jumping for our Sioux Valley Cossacks, it'll be Carter Sapp. He'll be going against number 35 out there for the Florence-Henry Falcons. That is Ty Berg. This opening tip brought to us by Bell Brands. They are the makers of the mini baby bells. That is the snack cheese of champions. We are about to fire up here. Just getting our fans in the seats around here. That opening tip will be controlled by the Sioux Valley Cossacks. Brock Christofferson runs that down, then knocked out of his hands. Maverick Nelson's going to run it down. Around the arc to about the right block into Tobin Squires. He was too strong with his try. Loose ball still out there. It's going to be off the hands of Carter Sapp and out of bounds. So the Falcons will take over and have to go the distance here. It looks like Sioux Valley is going to try to bring some pressure here. That number 12 out there, that's Vavruska. That is the star for Florence-Henry. Goes off his fingertips and out of bounds. So, interesting start for both squads, as it is a pair of off-the-hands type of plays as we get rolling in our first quarter here. Throw into Braden Danziesen. That is around the arc. Maverick Nelson's got to throw that down, so we're going to have to get a little bit more creative out here and hold on the ball a bit. Danziesen from the wing. He'll drive in, hand that out to Carter Sapp. He'll drive to the foul line. Gets cut off right there. Now he's got to get it out to Maverick Nelson. 18 on the shot clock. Still plenty of time there. Mav over to the right wing. Fakes the three. Gets it to Christofferson in the corner. Back to Nelson. Maverick against Berg. He'll go right to the rack. Gets it to Tobin Squires. Loose ball out there. Pinballed around into number 23. That is Carson Kelly to Vavruska, and we're the other way. That shot by number 35, that was Ty Berg, too strong with his three-pointer, and the Cossacks will bring that back around. Maverick Nelson into Danziesen. Almost knocked away. Danziesen had to run that down. Tobin Squires to Sapp. Christofferson now from their right wing. Left wing, sorry, that's in the right corner. That's Danziesen, and he'll be knocked to the floor. So he is going to get 3 foul shots. So the box out by number 35, that is Ty Berg. Or it was on the arm. Was it on the arm?
I think it was on the arm.
Okay.
Looking at it, the dude run through, hit Braden's right arm.
Okay.
Knock him to the floor.
So Braden Danzizen, who's made a habit out of getting 3 foul shots out of some of these misses, he knocks down the first. Braden now with foul shot number 2 of 3. And he will not connect on that one, so this is the one that goes live. Braden Danzizen now. Foul shot number 3. It is on the way, and it finds the bottom. So he connects on 2 out of 3, gives the Cossacks a 2-0 lead. 6:44 left to go in this first quarter. So this is early action. Region 2A. Winner of this game tonight is going to go to Hamlin tomorrow night and play in a region final. Long pass up the floor. That is to Berg. Back to Vavruska, top of the key. He's number 12 out there. He's their stud. 23, that is Carson Kelly. Hand that off to Berg. Berg will go right down the right side of the lane. Hand that over to 34. A lot of contact down there. Region play, not a lot of calls. Brady Hiltonen now on the floor for the Cossacks. They'll get that over to Maverick Nelson. He'll fake the 3. Get it up to Carter Sapp. He's going to try to get down to the left block. Hand off to Tobin Squires. Across the lane. That pass knocked away. Hiltonen runs it down. 19 on the shot clock. Plenty of time there. Maverick Nelson. They'll get it into about 12 feet. Try that turnaround jumper. That rebound pushed out by Tobin Squires. Still loose. Picked up by Christofferson. Hiltonen's got a 3-ball, and it rattles around and finds the bottom. Went around the rim about 3 times, but it found the through the net type of path. That's Vavruska for the Falcons, bringing it the other way. He'll go right down the lane, drive that against Christofferson. Too strong off the back of the iron. Hiltonen up the floor. Nelson now in the corner. He'll fake the 3, drive it baseline against Berg. Get it over to B-Rock. Back over to Mav. He's going to try that 3-pointer. That is off the back of the iron. Tobin Squires taps it again. Carter Sapp runs it down. They'll get it over to Nelson. He'll try it again from long range. Off the back of the iron and out. Vavruska with the rebound. So a couple of tries there. Just didn't connect on those. It's still a 5-0 lead for our Sioux Valley Cossacks here early in the first quarter. Vavruska, he'll drive into the paint. Kick that over to Cole. That's back to Vavruska, and he will connect on his 3-point shot. 5-3 now as we move through this first quarter. Hiltonen, he's got to try from the corner, and Hiltonen knocks it down. That'll force a timeout by the head coach, Will Rowe, as Hiltonen gets a 3. Great start for the Sioux Valley Cossacks. 8-3 lead here in the first quarter. We've got 4:47 left to play here in the first. 1 timeout already gone by the Florence-Henry Falcons. Jordan, who hit that other 3-pointer? Was it Brady?
Brady. Brady hit both.
Brady's got both of them. Okay, I missed one. Okay, there we go.
His one rattled around and in.
Yeah, that's right. The circles. So out of the timeout, Falcons are going to throw this in. They got to go the whole distance here. That is number 23. That's Carson Kelly throwing that in. Vavruska now, guarded by B-Rock. It's Brock's job. He always gets the toughest guard on the other side. He's got a tall task again tonight. Vavruska in the corner. He'll dribble up to the top of the key, get that over to Kelly. Berg now left wing, guarded by Nelson. He'll drive into the paint against Tobin Squires. And that's too strong. Long rebound run down by Maverick Nelson. He'll take it the other way. Down to the right block. Finds Tobin Squires trailing. And he'll be fouled in his jumper. Tobin Squires headed to the foul line. That foul on number 12, that is Vavruska. He'll get personal number 1. That's the second team foul for Florence-Henry. Sioux Valley without a foul so far. 4:19 left to go in this first. Tobin Squires off the front of the iron on his first try. You hit the front of the iron on a free throw, that's usually tired legs. But we're here in the first quarter, so I doubt if that's it. Maybe just not strong enough on that first try. That one hits the back of the iron, rolls around, and finds the bottom, so he connects on the second. Long inbounds pass. Vavruska runs that down. Double team. That was Nelson and Christofferson there. Berg is going to get it to the top of the key. Hand that off to Vavruska for the Falcons. Started by Brock. Brock went for the steal. Vavruska goes past him. There's the drive. They'll kick it out to Cole, and he'll hit that three-pointer. Logan Cole connects on that. Quickly up the floor. Brady Hilton into the corner. He'll pass that up, get it across the court. Now Nelson hands. Back to Brady Hilton, and he'll try another one. That's 3 in the first quarter. Brady Hilton in. He's got 9 already. Vavruska now will bring it up for the Falcons. Guarded by Brock once again. Gets a screen. Now he'll go right to the left. Hand that over to Sumner. Too strong off the backboard. Offensive board. Try number 3 coming. It was Berg that got everyone off the floor, and he'll be fouled on the try number 3. So this will be Ty Berg, the 6'4" senior forward, heading to the line for the Falcons. Took a couple of tries, but he was finally fouled. They're going to give that to Brady Hilton in on the foul, so that's Brady's first. And he connects on the first foul shot. So Brady Hiltonen's got 9 points and 1 foul so far in the first quarter. He might have a rebound or 2, I don't know. We'll get those numbers later. Berg will not connect on the second one. Tobin Squires the rebound. Cossacks take it the other way now. Maverick Nelson all the way to the top of the key. They'll get it over to Hiltonen with a hot hand. They find Squires in the right block. Great pass across the lane. That's Maverick Nelson with a turnaround, and he connects from the left block. 14-6, a great lead for the Cossacks. Great start for Sioux Valley. Vavruska now crossed half court. Brock's right there. Brock already has a Kleenex in his nose as he's already taken a shot. Still toughing it out, though. That's Berg with a three-point try from the wing. That's going to hit the top of the bankboard. That means it's out of bounds. So Sioux Valley will take this over. Squires is going to take a breather. We've got Dan Ziesen back on the floor. Throw into Brock Christofferson, who does have a nose plugged up with Kleenex or cotton or whatever they put in there. Brock, the tough senior, one of the great seniors we have this year. Brady Hilton, and again from the right wing. That's too strong at the bankboard. It was rebounded by Cole. He gets it over to Carson Kelly, the freshman. Top of the key now for the Falcons. That's Vavruska. Number 0 in for them. That's Tucker Keller. Back over to Kelly's hands on the left wing. Take that over to Keller. Vavruska now. They've got 18 on their shot clock. Plenty of time there. Kelly. It's Keller now. Back to Keller's hands. That's Cole. He'll get it over to Vavruska. He's alone in the corner. He'll try that 3-ball off the back of the iron. A couple of bounces. Good offensive board. Ty Berg. He goes strong off the bankboard and connects on that. Sioux Valley the other way now with a 6-point lead. 2 minutes left in this first quarter. Dan Ziesen fighting for it on the block. Stolen away by Berg. Falcons will take it the other way. That's Keller over to Vavruska in the corner. He loses his footing but keeps his dribble. Keller's going to throw him into Berg right on the left block. He turns and spins. Good reverse layup by Ty Berg. That's going to force a timeout by head coach Bill Vincent. Talking with Braden Dan Ziesen out there. So that was a good, is that a 6-0 run? Something on those lines for the Falcons? Nothing to be worried about. Still a 4-point lead for the Sioux Valley Cossacks tonight. I got Brady Hilton in with 9 points so far. Dan Ziesen's got 2 free throws. Maverick with a jumper in the paint, and Tobin Squires got a free throw. That's how we get to our 14 so far. Good matchup so far, kind of what we were expecting. This is the 4-5 matchup in Region 2. Winner of this is going to play Hamlin tomorrow night at 7 o'clock at the Hamlin Education Center. Sioux Valley will get the ball out of that timeout, as it was Bill Vincent that called it, so they're going to have to go the distance here. They're not facing any pressure, so they'll throw that in, and Brock will jog across the half-court stripe. Take it over to the right side here. He's got Vavruska that's guarding him, so there's the matchup. Brock's going to take it right to the hole. Brock Christofferson, a great take. It rolls off the rim. So that will be foul number 2 on Vavruska here in the first quarter. He might have to come out. I'm not sure. But that'll send Brock Christofferson to the foul line for 2 shots. Vavruska with 2 fouls early here. First free throw off the mark. They're going to leave Vavruska in there, so there's a lot of faith and trust in the kid. Deservedly so. He's a quality senior for the Falcons. He is their leader. He is their offense, so they need him out there, but he's got 2 fouls here in the first quarter. Brock is going to miss on that. It rolled out. So it doesn't connect on either free throw. Falcons the rebound. Vavruska's going to take it across the half-court stripe. Vavruska pointing out instructions for his guys. Keller now left wing. Back up to Kelly, around to Vavruska. He's going to drive into the foul line. They go around the arc. 15 on the shot clock. That is Kelly with a strong take. It's going to be a tie-up underneath the basket. That possession arrow will point towards Florence-Henry. So they'll throw it in underneath their basket. It's a fresh 35, though. Going to be Vavruska that's throwing that in. Good move by Berg. He goes too strong off the backboard. Vavruska comes up with that pinball rebound, and they miss again. Carter Sapp grabs it. Hands that off to Christofferson. Cossacks will take it the other way. Throw into Tobin Squires on the right block to Sapp. Tapped away to Brady Hilton. Another three ball off the mark. Tobin Squires taps that rebound out to Christofferson. We'll get another try here. Maverick Nelson now, top of the key. He'll drive in against Cole, get to about 10 feet, throw that back out to Hilton, and looking for Squires on the block. Gets it over to Nelson in the corner instead. 20 on the shot clock, 35 on the game clock. Nelson to Squires. He'll turn and spin in the paint off the backboard. Too strong on that, but he is fouled. He will get foul shots out of that. That'll be on number 35. That's Ty Berg. That'll be his second. So a couple of guys in some foul trouble here in the first quarter. 2 fouls, that's a problem. Tobin Squires, he'll miss that first free throw there. Carson Washi in for Sioux Valley. Brady Hilton in, he'll take a breather. Just getting Brady Hilton an extra breath as we move to the second quarter here. There's 28.5 seconds left here of the first. This will be number 45 coming on. This is Mason Warney in for Ty Berg. So Ty Berg, the 6'4" forward, is going to sit on the bench for the next couple of seconds here with his 2 fouls. Tobin Squires, foul shot number 2 off the mark. Sapp tried to get that into his hands. Falcons run it down. Maverick Nelson bringing the pressure on Keller, almost over and back. Woo! That was close. Vavruska comes to get it. 16 now on their game clock. Vavruska just bouncing our near half court, down to 10 seconds now. Vavruska will drive against Brock Christofferson to the foul line, try a 16-footer. There's that smooth jump shot. Sapp trying to throw it in, 2 seconds, 1 second. That's a long heave. That's going to be past the time. And that's how our first quarter is going to end. It's a 14-12 lead for our Cossacks. These first quarter stats will be brought to us by, as I get my sheet out here, GP Auto, taking care of all your car repair needs, oil changes, engine repair, tire replacement. Grant and Friends will get you back on the road. Located on the east side of Brookings by Dectronics. Call and schedule your car appointment today. Thank you, GP Auto, for being a sponsor of our Sioux Valley Athletics and the Sauls Media broadcasts. I've got Brady Hilton in with 9 points in that first quarter. Tobin Squires hit a free throw. He's got 1. Maverick Nelson hit a bucket in the paint, and Braden Danzizen 2 free throws himself. And that is how we get to 14 points for the Cossacks. So a 2-point lead as we roll to the second quarter. Head coach Bill Vincent gives them instructions, sends them back out there. And Sioux Valley will have possession number 1 of the second quarter. As that is Maverick Nelson on the far side of the court. He'll throw that in at half court into Brock, and we are underway for the second quarter. B-Rock is going to get that to the top of the key. Vavruska guarding him with his 2 fouls. There's a jumper from the elbow. Brock Christofferson with 2 more. His first 2 points of the game. It's a 4-point lead for the Cossacks now. Brock, good defense against Vavruska. Almost got that ball out of there. Keller is going to throw that away, looking for Berg. Maverick Nelson with a steal. He'll run the floor. 5-on-2. Maverick Nelson into the paint. A scoop shot in and good. And 1. Maverick Nelson with a great take down the middle of the floor. He'll get the bucket and the free throw. That foul was on number 23. That is Carson Kelly, the freshman. Maverick Nelson trying to get his and 1 put together here. Couple of dribbles, and the free throw is good. So Maverick Nelson now up to 5 points on his night. Falcons throw this in. Vavruska now against Brock Christopherson across half court. Vavruska yelling out some instructions there. He'll get that over to Berg, right wing. He's going to drive against Maverick Nelson, throw that out to Cole. Carson Kelly. Carson Vavruska with a strong drive down the left side. He's going to draw a foul against Brock, though. That's a great take. That's part of the game that he can do, is drive it hard to the basket, draw a foul. Sometimes he makes those, sometimes he doesn't. That foul is on Brock Christopherson, his first. And that'll be one team foul apiece for the Falcons and the Cossacks. Vavruska connects on the first free throw. Second try coming, a couple of dribbles. Vavruska connects on a both. And that's Carson Kelly, the freshman, gets the steal. Brock gets it back. Now it's a loose ball out there. We're going to have a tie-up officially. The freshman getting in there on Brock Christopherson. Brock kind of shaking off, falling to the floor there, maybe banged his elbow on the floor. The jump ball belongs to the Falcons on that possession arrow, so that's Vavruska who'll throw that in to the freshman. Carson Kelly's going to get it across half court with Brady Hilton and guarding him. Strong defense by Brady. Vavruska's got to come get it near half court. Sioux Valley student section, the Cossack Craties applauding that defense. Vavruska, Brock Christopherson knocks it out of there. Carter Sapp is going to pick up that loose ball around the floor. There is almost a travel. Brady Hilton from the corner. Yeah! Three-pointer number 4 for Brady Hilton. Big shot right in front of the Falcon student section. Vavruska down the floor. That's Berg. He'll spin on the baseline. Too strong. Brady Hilton gets the rebound. He'll run the floor. Vavruska stops him. And it's going to be stepping on the far sideline, out of bounds on Brady Hilton's shoe. So that'll be a turnover by Sioux Valley. Falcons will throw that in. That's Vavruska, guarded by Brock. Get it up the floor to the freshman, Kelly. That's to Cole. Berg jumping forward to the baseline. Too slow on that. It was Tobin Squires that knocked that away. Maverick Nelson's going to get it and run the floor. Brady Hilton in with a hot three-point hand. That was into Squires, knocked away. Sapp now, left wing. Christopherson, top of the key. Plenty of time on the shot clock. 22 there. Nelson, left wing. He'll fake the three. Get that over to Carter Sapp. He makes a nice move at the foul line. Gets that over to Squires. It's not a basket by Squires. They're going to say that Carter Sapp was fouled on the pass across the paint. So the Sioux Valley Cossacks will have an inbounds play underneath their basket. That foul on number 50, that is Tristan Sumner, the senior center. So B-Rock will throw this in, fresh 35 for the Cossacks. They're trying to get it to Nelson in the paint. Vavruska knocks it back at Christopherson. So try number 2 from the baseline coming. 5:39 left to go in this second quarter. Brock will find Squires, now go around the arc. Nelson in the corner. He'll drive into about 15 feet, try the jumper from there, and there's a 2-ball by Maverick Nelson. Great jump shot by the senior. 24-14, it's a 10-point lead now here in Florence. Vavruska will find Cole. Carter Sapp knocks that away. So the Falcons have to throw that in from the far sideline. Number 23, that is Carson Kelly, the freshman. He'll throw that in, finds Cole. Looking for Vavruska, back to Kelly. Vavruska just shadowed by Brock Christopherson right now. That's Brock's job. He finds the toughest guard on the other side and hangs real close. He's a great defender. Sumner's going to try the jumper from 15 feet. With the mullet waving, he goes back down the floor, but a nice jump shot by Sumner. 8-point lead for Sioux Valley. Trying to find Squires on the right block. Knocked away by Vavruska. He'll run down that loose ball. Down the other way. He's got an open look from three-point land. Brock Christopherson was knocked to the floor. Nothing was called there, but it left Vavruska open. He hit the three. Nelson. Hilton in from the corner, off the back of the iron and out. Sumner the rebound. Berg will take that across the half-court stripe on the far sideline. Falcons now the other way. It's a 5-0 run. Vavruska with a long three right in front of the Sioux Valley bench. It's an 8-0 run now. Gustafsson will bring this up. Now it's just a 2-point lead for Sioux Valley. Vavruska hit 2 threes in a row now. Sapp will drive into the right block, trying to get it out to Hiltonen. Knocked away, long pass to Vavruska. That 3-ball is knocked away, but it's going to be a foul on the arm. Brady Hiltonen from behind him will get a slap on the arm there. So Vavruska is going to get 3 shots out of this, I'm pretty sure. It is, yes. Loud in here as both student sections very adamant with all the calls that are happening. Carson Vavruska, his first free throw is off the back of the iron and out. 2 more foul shots coming. He can tie the game with these 2 free throws. Second one's on the way, and he connects on that. So it's a 1-point game. Braden Van Ziesen coming in for Hiltonen. Hiltonen now does have 2 personals. That was team foul number 2 for Sioux Valley in this quarter. 4:06 left to go. Vavruska, free throw number 3, and he connects on that. We got a tie ball game at 24. Sapp will throw that in. Brock Gustafsson down the far sideline finds Nelson. He fakes the 3. Now he'll drive it up to the left wing, I guess. Now to the top of the key. It's Tobin Squires cutting the basket. Nelson finds him, and a late call. But Tobin Squires is going to head the line. Fouled on that jumper. That foul on number 34, that is Cole, his first. But we've got 2 shots coming for Tobin Squires. A lot of boos coming from that student section. Tobin Squires with 2 foul shots here. First one is an air ball. Oh boy. So Tobin will have free throw number 2 coming here. And he will connect on that. But an air ball in the first one. He's kind of smiling, trying to shake that off. Vavruska the other way for the Falcons now. It's a 1-point lead for Sioux Valley. Vavruska, top of the key. He'll get that over to Kelly. Dan Ziesen knocks that away. Kelly runs it down. Kelly's going to drive to about 10 feet. Too strong off the bankboard. Sapp the rebound. Trying to get it outlet. There it is to Nelson. Quickly the other way for the Cossacks. Nelson to the right wing. He'll find Sapp top of the key. That's Dan Ziesen in the corner. He'll drive it up. Carter Sapp now will get it. He'll get it to the left block. Kick it back out. Nelson from the top of the key gets his defender off the floor. There's a jumper, and he's hammered. It's going to be a foul on number 34. That's Cole, his second.
23.
Or is it on 23? Oh, it is on 23. Okay, so that's the freshman Kelly that'll get that. I thought it was Cole that got that. So Carson Kelly, the freshman, that's his second personal. Maverick Nelson will go to the line for 2 foul shots. Mav a couple of dribbles, and he will go too strong off his first try. Free throw number 2 coming from Maverick Nelson. 1-point game, 3:15 left to go in the second quarter. Mav at his second attempt. He will connect on that one. So 1 of 2 for Maverick. Falcons the other way now. Vavruska across the half-court stripe. Still guarded by Brock Gustafsson. The senior everything guard. He's the junkyard dog. He does all the dirty work. He's guarding Vavruska very strong so far. Tobin Squires knocks that away. Gets the loose ball, long outlet to Maverick Nelson. That's knocked away from behind. It's Kelly trying to save that, and he does. He threw it between his legs off of Maverick Nelson, and that's what saved it for the Falcons. That is going to force a timeout by head coach Will Rowe of the Falcons. So a great play by the freshman Kelly, who threw that between his legs. Did I miss one? Mav, right?
No, foul.
Oh, foul there. Okay.
Called a push on Maverick.
Oh, right there they did?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought they just threw it off him. Never mind. Okay. Well, we got a foul on Maverick.
The ref up top called foul. No one else said anything.
Okay. You can see the Falcons fans in their Independence gear over there. It is America night for the fans. Trying to get a little wave going. That is George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, and I think Thomas Jefferson, maybe Adams, trying to get the hometown faithfuls going. It worked in the student section. You got to do what you can to have fun in the stands, man. This is postseason play. Why not? So they called that a foul on Maverick Nelson officially. That's his first team foul number 3. 2:51 left to go in this second quarter. There's 14 fouls for the Falcons. So their next one's going to send the Sioux Valley Cossacks to the bonus for 2 foul shots the rest of the way. Falcons will throw that in. That's Vavruska. It's Dan Ziesen on it this time. Changing it up. Vavruska will get past Dan Ziesen to get across half court. Now he's going to drive to the foul line. Knocked away by Maverick Nelson. He runs down the loose ball. He'll get it down to the right block against Vavruska. Up off the bankboard and good. Great take, Maverick Nelson, the senior. 4-point lead now. Vavruska is going to get it across half court. Brock Christofferson on him this time. He'll try the 3. Everyone jumped off of him. It's in and out. Nelson the rebound. Sioux Valley the other way. Long pass down to Tobin Squires on the right block. That's in and good. Tobin Squires connects. Great pass by Maverick Nelson. There's an assist. Tobin Squires finishes right in the paint. 6-point lead now for Sioux Valley. Vavruska to Cole. Cole on the right wing. He'll get it into Kelly. Knocked away by Dan Ziesen right there. Vavruska's got to run it down, and he will be pushed on the drive. Brock kind of wondering what that call is, talking to the referees as well. It's a push officially on Brock Christofferson. That is personal number 2 for B-Rock. Carson Washi coming in. That'll give Brock a little rest. Brock a little frustrated. The senior leader is used to playing tougher than that. He's still shaking his head there as he comes to the bench. So Carson Washi will give Brock a little break. Falcons now, that's Vavruska in the corner, guarded by Washi now. Washi with the tall task of trying to guard that guard. And it'll be a push on the baseline. That foul will be on number 1. That is Carson Washi. So he'll get personal number 1. And that'll put Sioux Valley at 5 fouls. So that puts Vavruska on the line in the bonus. 2 foul shots coming for Vavruska. His first is good. Rattled around a bit, but it's in. That is Tucker Keller coming on. That's the sophomore guard. It says 5'8" on the roster, but I doubt it. He doesn't look like 5'8". That'll give Berg a rest for the Falcons. Vavruska connects on the second free throw. Sioux Valley the other way now, Dan Ziesen. At the top of the key, hand that off to Maverick Nelson down the right side. He stops at 10 feet, kicks that back out. Carter Sapp fakes the 3, drives into the paint. Strong take, Carson Sapp off the side of the iron though. Falcons with the rebound. Vavruska grabs it. He'll take it the other way. Washi guarding him once again. It's over to Keller. Carson Kelly, top of the key. Sumner stopped on his 15-foot jumper try. That's Cole now on the right wing. 15 on the shot clock. Cole's going to drive it all the way down the left side of the lane, throw that up off the bankboard and out of bounds off of Sioux Valley. Cole was wondering where his foul was. Tougher to get those in postseason play. Tyberg back in. That'll send the Tucker Keller to the bench for a breather. Falcons throw that in off their baseline. Kelly back over to Berg, left wing. 6 on their shot clock. 5 down to 4. 3 now. Keller in the corner. That's Berg. He's going to have to shoot it. And that does not hit the rim. Sioux Valley the rebound. Carter Sapp's going to run the floor. No one stops him. He gets all the way to the top of the key. Carson Washi now. Over to Sapp. Over to Nelson. Nelson will drive to the foul line. Turned away by Cole. Maverick back into the paint. He'll spin, get all the way down the right block, and he's going to lose a handle on it and go out of bounds. That's off the hands of Maverick Nelson. A turnover by Sioux Valley with 31.3 seconds left in this first half. It's a 4-point lead. Falcons can cut into that right here. Getting a late substitution here. This is McCade Nelson coming on for Maverick Nelson, giving Maverick an extra breather. Falcons throw that in. Vavruska now, still guarded by Washi. They get it across the half-court stripe. 22 seconds left now. Gavruska near half court. Just dribbling around, working some of that clock off. 15 seconds now. Now they get moving. Sumner with that's a long three. Gavruska with 10 on the game clock. Shot it from 30 feet. That's going to go out of bounds on the Falcons. They couldn't grab the rebound, and neither could anyone else. But it's off the hands of the Falcons. Sioux Valley's going to get this with 5.7 seconds left in the half. Back on for the Cossacks, Brock Christofferson and Maverick Nelson. And Levi Loban now on the floor. Instant offense, Levi Loban. 5.7 seconds left in this first half. This is probably the last play before halftime. Head coach Bill Vincent yelling out instructions. Sapp will throw that into Christofferson. 4 seconds left. Long pass. Levi Loban, he's going to have to turn and shoot it, and he will miss it. Almost like he was hit on the arm there, but no call, and that's how our first half's going to end. It is 30-26. Hope we don't get bumped too bad here, so let's go this way. 30-26, a 4-point lead here at halftime. Our first half stats brought to us by Health Source Chiropractic, sponsors of the Health Source Halftime Show. Let me get my sponsor sheet out here so I can say this correctly. Experience top quality care at Health Source Chiropractic on 22nd Avenue in Brookings. To find lasting pain relief, Justin and Luke can take great care of you. Call them and book your appointment today. Health Source Chiropractic, thank you for sponsoring our halftime show. The first quarter stats that I have. Carter Sapp held scoreless in the first half, but he does have all sorts of rebounds, a couple of blocks out there as well. Braden Danzizen, he's got 2. Maverick Nelson had a great second quarter, 2, 4, 6, 8. He's up to 10 points on his night. Christofferson's got 2. Tobin Squires now with 4 points on his night. And Brady Hiltonen's got 4 3-pointers, 12 points altogether. And that's how we get to 30, a 4-point lead for the Cossacks. And we are going to have, are you stopping in for a conversation? Oh, hell yeah. Let's do this. Let's grab these. We'll go around that way so we don't have our cord getting all messed up. We are joined here in the halftime show by the girls' head coach, Jamie Granham. You can hear me over there?
I can hear you fine. Yeah,
congratulations.
Nice to see you up in Florence. Thank you.
Congratulations once again, man. We'll go back to state. We'll go to Spearfish, see what happens out there. It was a great game last night. We were facing a pretty good defense that Miller could bring, but you were able to beat it all night long. They had a tough shooting night at the same point. You took advantage of that. What were your thoughts on what we did?
You know, they had a tough shooting night, but I'm going to give our defense a lot of credit for that.
Yeah.
And that was a scrappy, physical. They pushed us out 25, 30 feet. Their defense did, and I felt we did the same thing. I felt a win after the first quarter, and we were tied. You know, we were a little jittery. I mean, the shot that stands out to me is Kaylee Craddock's 3 from the top of the key, and she threw that thing up there about 100 miles an hour, and it hit the backboard. And I was thinking, we're gonna have to replace the backboard here. And all jokes aside, but she was amped up, and we were all just, just as any postseason game, the game that'll send you home. They were just excited, and we settled in, and I've had some conversations today, and maybe I don't know how you felt about it because I never got to really hear your thoughts on it because, we scored 60 points last night, and it didn't feel good offensively. Like, it didn't feel good. Like, when you were watching that basketball game, it's kind of like watching this game, right? I mean, it's like, what actually feels good here? We've got a 30-26 slugfest here.
Right.
It's a right, then it's a left, then it's, those types of things. What team is going to put together consecutive stops and things like that and stop those runs. And we kind of felt, last night that Miller was capable defensively, but not as capable on the offensive end. So, what we talked about is, hey, defense all year long will keep you in any game. It probably won't win a game necessarily, but it'll keep you in the game.
Bill Vincent and I were on the call last night. We talked about it a little bit. It seems like your paint players, so that's Kaylee Craddock, Kira Cruz, the senior, they were just better than the post players in Miller. I think you guys took advantage of that
for sure.
Basically, all of the times that you threw it in there, It was either points or it was free throws coming out of whatever foul happened.
And that's great analysis. And the other part of that is they dominated the paint. They got about every rebound in sight.
Yep.
It relieves a lot of burden on our guards when those two rebound like they can rebound. So, and even on the offensive end, they do such a great job. Again though, I mean, it wasn't it was a win.
Yeah.
We advanced, we moved on, but we know we're going to have to play better next Thursday night.
Oh, sure. But, I mean, it's a team that we've already seen.
It is.
We had a lead against Dakota Valley with 4 minutes to go, and you can still see those replays. Be able to make that public once again. We'll rewatch those as we get up to Thursday, but it's a Dakota Valley team that we took right to the end of that game. We know how to beat that team. We just didn't make any three-pointers in the last 4 minutes.
The Sioux Valley girls are capable of playing with and beating any team in the state.
Yeah. Oh, I'm excited for the state tournament, man.
And that gives us comfort, one as a coaching staff, but even as players, and the confidence that they have in each other. The confidence that you have in us, which is always fun to talk to you because
I'm already prepped and ready, man.
You're always the half glass full guy, and I'm usually coming in here with sour grapes and finding things to pick on and stuff like that. So.
I just love how Kira Cruz plays. I just love she. Not only can she score, she was the leading scorer last night with 18, but she can rebound, she can throw assists out there, she can run the floor. She's also great defensively. How many blocks did she have last night?
Yeah,
one of them was both hands.
Yeah, and you know what? What else, too, I think that we don't talk about Kira enough is in the past and where she's grown to as a person and as a player. She's had high, whenever you're 6 foot tall and a girl, there's high expectations. The first question is you play basketball, right? I mean, it's like a 6'8" guy. You
play ball?
You play basketball, and your expectations are always going to be so high on 6-footers and stuff like that. And Kira has handled those expectations. The other thing that she's handled is you grow up in this game and you think, hey, I'm going to play with my classmates forever. I'm going to play with my classmates forever. Here she is, the only senior in that class right now, and she stuck it out. And the way she's able to lead some of these younger kids, and they're all here tonight cheering on these guys, which is really makes Sioux Valley cool. Other schools have it too, but it's part of
it's the Cossack crazy part that we do, man.
It's neat to see, and you bring the hype, and people love listening to you. I tell you, my brothers listen to your call. There are one's in Rochester, one's in Worthing, South Dakota, and they listen to your call every time. And,
well, I'm glad they're entertained.
We listened last night when we were cutting the nets down at the Kazakh Center. Coach Vincent had the Kazakh Center all set up with the ladders underneath the rims, the video board up with your call in the game at the end. You were jacked, excited, pumped for these kids like they were your daughters.
For your
and that's
squad,
pretty
though.
Cool.
For your squad, it's so easy to be excited about how well they play. I'm so impressed by every one of those starters that you have. They're so dynamic in such different ways, and they all play together at the same time. And look, you can have good players on a squad. You see them all across South Dakota, but to play together as a squad like yours does, it's amazing to watch. It's no problem for me being excited about that.
We have had neat comments made by just random community members, seeing them around town, that will just stop you and just say, I love watching that girls team play. And these are people, they're not trying to okay, it's just fake or it's faux, that kind of stuff you get. No, this is just it's real. It's like, hey, that's a fun brand of basketball that those girls play. And maybe we're not used to watching that in the girls game until we see a team with a high skill set like they have. And again, I still can't say that they didn't get there. There's no magic to it. There's no magic play.
No, it's hard work.
Day after day after day after day, summer after summer after summer. Dan Cruz, Kira's dad, last night cut down the second net, and it was like, kudos to you, Dan. I've seen you in Chicago, in Milwaukee. You've been all over the country chasing basketball and your daughter, and you get to have a moment out in Spearfish now. You get to watch your daughter play 3 extra games that not a lot of parents get a chance to.
It's
I'm
fantastic,
so happy for her. I'm happy for these players, and realistically, the parents are probably going to have more fun. The parents are going to have more fun out there.
I got to find a couple of hotel rooms for Friday night and Saturday night. I'll find them, but
they're tough.
That's the last 2 to find is Friday night and Saturday night. I'll find them. I'm not worried.
They're tough.
First trip
bring
back
a tent. Bring a tent, Salty.
First trip back to the state tournament since 2014.
Appreciate
Congrats,
it, dude.
my man.
Appreciate it, man. Good to see you up here in Florence.
A lot of fun in Spearfish, man.
Thank
it's going to be great.
Thank you.
Thanks, dude. Thank you, man. Jamie Granum, the head coach. He's doing okay. We have a operation on Monday. It's going to be weird, but we'll be okay. Thanks, man. That is Jamie Granum, the head coach. Thanks for the conversation. As always, the girls head coach, that team is something else, man. They are just so fun. That was part of our Health Source Chiropractic halftime show, so thank you to that. We're going to take a look around. I lost my bearings. We only got 1 minute left in the half here, so we're going to take a look around the South Dakota Scorpion app. We'll get into Region 2A. The other games happening right now, Clark-Willow Lake, the 2 seed. They have a 40-19 lead over GPL, and it is the Dual Cardinals with a big lead over Elkton Lake Benton. Both those games are at halftime as well. The Cardinals, 41-16 over the Elks. Those 2 winners will play tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. The winner of this game right here is off to the Hamlin Education Center. They'll play the Chargers tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. We got 2 quarters to go here, Jordan. What are your thoughts? Where are you at? What are you thinking?
It's going to be a tight one. But
that's a start.
I'm going to start predicting some things, and saying Clark is going to be hosting Dual tomorrow.
That's the way it's looking, boy. Those are both pretty big spreads.
And Clark, I believe, already played Dual, if I stand corrected.
Yeah, I would imagine.
It
seems like the only 2 teams that didn't play in the regular season are these 2 right here. We didn't see Florence-Henry this year. It's just weird.
We also didn't see Elkton.
That's right. We didn't play Elkton like that.
GPL.
Well, that's just weird, man. We didn't play half the region.
I think next year will be different.
I hope
now
so.
that they have the regions all figured out, I think
we'll get back to
playing.
Well, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, we didn't see the Elks.
The girls could have if the Elks won for Region 2. We could have seen them for girls.
Could have, yep. All right, first possession of the second half. As we're about to fire up third quarter, it's going to belong to the Cossacks. That's Braden Danzizen throwing it in against Abe Lincoln and George Washington over there. Danzizen will throw that in, and we are underway for the third quarter. It's a 4-point lead for the Cossacks. Thank you to all of our sponsors, especially Health Source Chiropractic. That look around the South Dakota Scorpion app brought to us by Buster's Auto Brokers and Back Alley Meats in downtown Volga. All our proud sponsors. We'll get through the rest of them through the second half. That's Maverick Nelson going against Cole. He'll turn and spin at about 10 feet off the bankboard. A tough shot. Maverick Nelson connects on that. Wow. What a shot. That's the freshman Kelly for the Falcons. He'll take it the other way. That's into Berg. He'll drive in from the corner on the baseline. Too strong. Tobin Squires the rebound. He'll get it out to Nelson. Cossacks the other way now. Danzizen from the corner. He's got an open look. Too strong. Vavruska will run that down. He'll take it the other way. Florence-Henry now. Top of the key. That's Berg. Get that over to Cole. Back to Kelly. Top of the key. Berg will drive in from the left wing against Nelson. His floater finds the back of the iron and lands in the bottom. So he connects somehow there. Maverick Nelson's going to take it the other way now. Guarded by Kelly. Nelson down the left side of the lane. Kicks that out to Danzizen. Sapp in the corner. Sapp will dribble up to the foul line. Back out to Nelson. He'll try the 3-ball from there off the side of the iron. Berg the long rebound. Florence-Henry will take it the other way. Up to Vavruska. He's across the half-court line. Brock Christofferson on the guard. Vavruska will try a long 3. In and good. He can have 3-point range. Showing it there. Cossacks quickly the other way. Throw into Tobin Squires, and it's good. The and one. What a pass by Brock Christofferson from half court. Finds Squires right underneath the basket. He turns and spins, connects on the foul. So Tobin Squires now up to 6 points on his night. He'll try the free throw as well. Brady Hiltonen in. Braden Danzizen will take a breather. Just making sure that Danzizen okay. He has been recovering from an illness at the same time. I don't know if that's part of it, but chalking strategy as well. Bill Vincent always putting his guys in the best position that he can. Tobin Squires can't connect on that. That offensive rebound, pinballing around. Vavruska dives on it. We got a tie up, and that possession arrow will point towards the Falcons. Tobin Squires having a tough night on the foul line. That went off the back of the iron, but it pinballed around. Sapp had a shot at it, and it was finally Vavruska that jumped on it. Falcons will take it now. Vavruska across the half-court stripe, guarded by Christofferson. He'll drive to the left wing. Keller, that's Cole on the right wing now. Cole's driving against Carter Sapp to the foul line, turns and spins it there, hands it off to Sumner, and he'll throw it past his teammates' hands and into the bench of the Falcons. Turnover by Florence-Henry. Sioux Valley will take over. 3-point lead for the Cossacks, 34-31. We got 5:50 left to go in this third quarter. Christofferson guarded by Vavruska. They've been trailing each other around all night long. Squires to Nelson. That's off the side of the iron. Sumner with the rebound. Falcons the other way now. Vavruska will find Keller. He fakes the three, gets himself some space, tries the three from the right wing, and banks it in. The bank is open for the Falcons. We're tied at 34. Nelson quickly the other way. He'll drive baseline, turn, kick it back out. Sapp around to Nelson again. Squires on the baseline. He'll drive against Sumner and draw a foul going through the paint. Not on the shot, though, so Sioux Valley will throw this in from their baseline. That foul was on number 34. That is Cole with his second personal, second team foul as well for Florence-Henry in the third quarter. Levi Loban in, the Energizer Bunny. He is instant offense. Tobin Squires will take a breather. Christofferson will throw this in. Looking for Sapp right underneath the basket. He'll turn and spin. Tough jumper. Great offensive board. They knock it out of his hands, though. Vavruska steals that away. Carter Sapp, the sophomore, doing some damage in the paint. Sapp's going to get that steal. Hand it over to Brock Christofferson, the senior, with a transition layup. Carter Sapp. Let's brag him up some more. What a steal at half court. Such a competitor. Gaining confidence in every game. That's going to be a tough call. Guarding Vavruska, that is number 23. That's Brock Christofferson getting that. So that's the third on B-Rock. So we officially have a Cossack in some foul trouble. 4:47 left to go in the third, but B-Rock just picked up his third. Vavruska cutting the basket just past his fingertips. He kicks the wall on the way out. A little frustration by Vavruska. But that'll be a turnover by the Falcons. Cossacks will throw this in. Maverick Nelson now. Thrown into Christofferson, guarded by Vavruska. Vavruska with the range for the Falcons. He is their best offensive weapon. Brock's done a good job, but it's tough to keep a good shooter down, especially when he can make them from 25 to 30 feet out. Nelson now. He'll turn and spin, come back up to the top of the key. 15 on the shot clock now. 4:22 left to go in this third quarter. Nelson gets a screen from Loban. Loban is open at the top of the key, trying to shoot it. 6 on the shot clock. Nelson trying to get closer, can't do it. Hilton in from 25 feet. Bang! Brady Hilton in, 3-ball number 5. With the shot clock running down, he hits another 3-ball on the night. 39-34, lead by Sioux Valley. Cole throw that in. Berg's going to try a 10-footer and connect on that. 3-point lead for Sioux Valley. Christofferson now easily across half court. Gets it over to Hilton, and he's feeling it. That's another 3-ball off the back of the iron, though. Carson Kelly runs that down. Hands it over to Vavruska. Sioux Valley drops into a 2-3 zone now. Berg back to Vavruska. Hilton in on him. That's Cole on the left wing. Christofferson guarding him. Berg in the corner. He'll try that 3-ball off the back of the iron. It's a good rebound, though. Good put back by number 45. That is Mason Warney. So a good offensive board and put back. 39-38. 1-point lead for Sioux Valley. Winner of this goes to Hamlin tomorrow night. Maverick Nelson on the strong take. They're going to say that's a charge. Tough call. Maverick Nelson can't believe it. It was Logan Cole that sat there and draws the charge. That'll be a timeout by head coach Bill Vincent. For Maverick Nelson, that is personal foul number 2. Tough call by Maverick on there, or on Maverick, I guess I should say right there. So Bill Vincent wants to talk some strategy, maybe calm his guys down a bit. It's 2:59 left to go in the third quarter. Still a 1-point lead for Sioux Valley. This is postseason play. It is win or go home. Both these teams playing for the right to go play the top seed Hamlin Chargers tomorrow night in Hamlin. Sioux Valley still the 1-point lead. There's our timeout buzzer. Bill Vincent will send his guys back out. Christofferson, Hiltonen, Nelson, Sapp, and Squires on the floor for the Cossacks. And the Falcons will throw it in, have to go the whole distance now. That will be Carson Kelly throwing that in. Vavruska guarded by Nelson this time. Gets it up the floor. That's Berg now. Kelly gets it over to Warney. He'll try the 15-foot jump shot from the elbow. He hits that as well. That's the first lead the Falcons have had in a long time. 40-39, Brock Christofferson to Sapp. He'll drive into the paint. Strong take. Bang! And one! The blocking call on Marnie. That was a strong take by Carter Sapp. Watching his confidence grow all season long has been a lot of fun. That was a drive in from the right wing. He goes all the way to the bucket and draws the foul and connects on the and one. Carter Sapp, wow, nice job right there. Retake the lead. It's 2 points for the Cossack, that lead now. That's Cole in the corner for the Falcons. Those are the first points for Carter Sapp tonight. Good time to get him. Cole's going to try a long three. He'll connect on that. Falcons take a 1 point lead once again. 2:15 to go in the third quarter. Quickly up the floor. Nelson back up to Sapp. He'll drive in the lane again. Everyone falls off him. He'll draw the foul. He's heading to the line for 2 shots this time. This foul will be on number 34. That's Cole. So Logan Cole is going to get personal foul number 3. That's the 14th foul for the Falcons. Carter Sapp connects on the first. So after going scoreless in the first half, he's got 4 quick ones. Now 5. No, off the back of the iron and out. So he'll stay at 4 points. We're tied at 43, everybody. Postseason basketball, we're living it. Cole gets that over to Kelly. Back to Cole, right wing now for the Falcons. Up to Vavruska. He'll try another 3 from the top of the key off the front of the iron. Tobin Squires the rebound, hands that over to Sapp. Sapp's going to run the floor. Are you kidding me with this kid? The sophomore guard, apparently. Try to throw it over to Christofferson. Vavruska got a hand on it. He's going to take it down the other way, lose a handle on it. Berg saves it. Over to Cole. Back to Vavruska in the corner. Cole try a 3. Front of the iron. And that'll be a foul on Maverick Nelson. Battling for that rebound, but trying to get it from behind. So Maverick Nelson's going to get personal foul number 3. Falcons throw that in. Vavruska knocked to the floor. It's Berg that gets a handle on it. His jumper off the mark. And it'll be off of Berg's hands. So Sioux Valley will take over. Have to go the whole distance now. Still tied at 43. 1:18 left to go in this third quarter. Sapp will throw that into Christofferson. Christofferson's going to walk it across the timeline. This game's been ultra competitive so far. It's been a lot of fun. I hope you've been entertained by the broadcast. I've been trying to be excited. Maybe too much at time. Brady Hilton in that 3 ball off the mark. Cole the rebound. Fights off the double team. Gets it over to Vavruska. Berg now from the corner. He will drive it in, but he will be fouled, I think, by Carter Sapp. Probably a strong take by Berg. As he got it in the corner, went straight to the rack. It is on Carter Sapp. That'll be personal number 1 on Carter. That is also team foul number 4. So both teams have 4 fouls. 51.8 seconds left. Berg off the side of the iron and out. We're still tied at 43. So both teams have 4 team fouls. Next one will put someone in a bonus, but we're under 1 minute left in the third. Berg, foul shot number 2 off the front of the iron. Warney with a little push there, gets away with that. He runs down the offensive board. Squires pulls it out of there. Still loose. Squires jumps on it, but I think he was touching it and was out of bounds when he did it. So Tobin knocked it out of there, but I think he was slightly out of bounds trying to get that jump ball. So that'll be off of Tobin Squires and out of bounds. The Falcons will throw this in. Carson Washi in. Hiltonen in. That'll give Maverick Nelson and Brock Christopherson an extra breather before the fourth quarter starts here. We're throwing a towel out there to wipe down a little bit of sweat there from jumping on the floor. We're trying to get our shot clock corrected to 29. There we go. So since it didn't change hands, they did not have to reset the shot clock. So the Falcons have 29 on that. 44.7 left in the quarter. They throw it into Berg. Now into Kelly in the paint. Back up to Cole, top of the key. He'll drive down the left side. Finds Berg on the left block. Great pass there by the Falcons. They connect on that. Take a 2-point lead. Hiltonen across half court. Carter Sapp now. 26 seconds left in this quarter. Sapp will bring it back out, hand it over to Hiltonen. Don't have to worry about the shot clock. 20 seconds to go. Hiltonen guarded by freshman. That's team foul number 5. Brady Hiltonen's headed to the line. That foul on number 23, that is Carson Kelly, the freshman. That is his third personal. Team foul number 5. Brady Hiltonen to the line. We've got a sub coming in as well. Hiltonen connects on the first. That is McCade Nelson coming on. Carter Sapp will take a breather. Levi Loban coming in. Tobin Squires will take a breather. The head coach, Bill Vincent, giving 4 of his starters just an extra little bit of rest before we start that fourth quarter. Brady Hiltonen's already connected on the first one. And in and out on the second. So that's the first points he's scored that have not been three-pointer involved. Falcons the other way now. 10 seconds left. Cole picks up his dribble way too far away. Vavruska will drive right down the middle of the paint, and he'll be fouled in his take. He'll head to the line with 5.3 seconds left in this third quarter. It's a 1-point lead by the Falcons. That foul on Levi Loban, his first. And that'll bring 4 starters back to the scorer's table, as we'll have one more offensive try with 5.3 seconds left. Head coach Bill Vincent wants his starters back on the floor. Here they come. So Sapp back in, Squires back in, Christopherson, Nelson back in. They'll be out there with Brady Hiltonen. Starters back on the floor, except for Dan Ziesen, I guess. Hiltonen is off the bench to start. Vavruska connects on both. So down 3, 4 seconds left. 3, 2, Nelson gets to the three-point line as it's closing. That's off the front of the iron and out. Cossacks are going to be down 3 points as we head to the fourth quarter. It is 47-44. These third quarter stats are going to be brought to us by Precision Risk Management, crop assistance from the local pros. Call David today to ensure your farm's future. Carter Sapp with a great third quarter. He now has 4 points on his night. Dan Ziesen still at 2. Maverick Nelson added a bucket. He's got 12. Brock Christopherson, he remains at 2 points. Tobin Squires added 2 free throws, I believe. No, he scored in the paint, so he's up to 6. And Brady Hiltonen finally made something other than a three-pointer. That was a free throw. But he's got 16 on his night. 5 three-pointers on the night for Brady Hiltonen. He's been, as we steal this from the girls' squad, he's been an absolute killer from deep tonight.
Yeah.
Well said, Jordan.
Yeah.
Jordan, you excited? We got 1 quarter left here. Can you feel it? This is what postseason is, man. This will be your job down the road here. You'll be varsity at some point. You got to be down there.
Yeah.
You got to be varsity at some point, right?
Yeah.
Next year, maybe? Sure. Yes. I will work hard, become the varsity. Trying to pump you up here, man. Savali's going to get the first possession of the fourth quarter. Nelson throws that in to Christopherson, top of the key, over to Hiltonen. Hiltonen with a hot hand from three-point land. Over to Squires, now Nelson. He's sitting about 10 feet away on the baseline. He'll drive in against Kelly. Get it into the paint, try that jumper, too strong. Carter Sapp, the offensive board. He's triple teamed on the baseline, throws it out to Christopherson. Hiltonen fakes the 3. He'll drive into the paint. Strong take, Brady Hiltonen. Sapp with another offensive board and fouled on his putback. Carter Sapp. Carter Sapp having a very strong second half here. Wow. That was 2 offensive boards on this possession. That foul on number 34, that is Logan Cole. It's his 4th for the Falcons. He's going to have to take a breather. Coming in for him, number 45, Mason Warney. Carter Sapp, foul shot number 2. There we go. He makes them both. It's a 1-point lead for the Falcons. Sumner double team. They get it across half court. Berg now gets it on the other side. Berg on the left wing for the Falcons. He'll drive baseline. Squires tries to cut him off. He just kept going around everybody. Berg connects in the paint. Nelson quickly up to Tobin Squires. He'll try it underneath the basket, and he'll be fouled on his jumper. Nelson found him that time on the long outlet. Tobin Squires had 2 guys on him, but draws a foul, and it'll be on number 45. That is Mason Warney, fresh off the bench. His second team foul for Florence-Henry. 7:10 to go in this 4th quarter. Tobin Squires, his second air ball from the free throw line tonight. Having a tough night from 15 feet. Tobin Squires, second try coming, couple of dribbles. And that hits the front of the iron and comes out. Falcons the rebound. Kelly has it knocked away. Hilton in with the defense. Trying to dive on it, but it goes out of bounds. Brady Hilton, great effort, kid. Brady Hilton kind of dusted himself out there. Great defense, though. Nice job, Brady. Keep doing that. So the Falcons will throw this in from the far sideline. That is Carson Kelly. Sorry, Carson Kelly throwing that in to Vavruska, double teamed. Brock almost got it out of there. Brady Hilton is with him. Sioux Valley bringing pressure now on the inbounds like that. That's the freshman. He'll find Berg. He drives baseline once again. It's Squires and Nelson that cuts him off there, but they couldn't save it. The loose ball goes off the hands of Maverick Nelson out of bounds. Falcons will throw it in underneath their basket. 6:51 left to go in this game. 3-point lead for Florence-Henry. Throw it in. That's Berg. He'll fake the 3. Drive baseline once again. There's a floater. Too strong. Offensive board by Kelly. He'll dribble it out. Warney will fake the 3. Get it to the foul line. Get it over to Berg. He's on the left block. Turns and spin. Nelson cut him off. He'll throw it back out. Back to Warney. Sumner will try the 15-footer, and that connects. Sioux Valley the other way now. Down 5 points here in the 4th quarter. Carter Sapp fakes the 3. He'll drive into the paint. Strong take, but it's going to be a foul on the floor instead. Carter Sapp, another strong drive from the top of the key. That one on number 50. That is Sumner. That is his second. I'll move my camera over so you can see all my action there. I was just impressed by Carter Sapp. Driving it in from the foul line again. Throw it into Nelson. He hops up and gets that. Goes straight to the floor with a dribble, and that's when they knock it out. Vavruska the other way. He'll take it down the far sideline. He'll drive baseline now. Christopherson cuts him off. Warney over to Sumner. He's driving it down the right side lane. Brady Hilton then steals it out of there. Outlet, Maverick Nelson. He'll take it right to the basket against Warney. Up and good. No foul on that. Nelson gets the bucket, but not the foul. Falcons inbounds. Sapp knocks that out of there. Brady Hilton going after it, but it's the Falcons that come out of that. Kelly, the freshman, gets across half court, picks up his dribble for whatever reason that was. Now Warney's got it way too far away from the basket. He picked up his dribble as well. Berg almost stepped out of bounds as he caught that in the corner. Berg now, top of the key, back to Kelly. Over to Vavruska. He's their scorer. 51-48, 5:30 left to go in this game. Vavruska will create some space and knock down the 3. Oh, Vavruska, he's a shooter. Back to a 6-point lead for the Falcons now. Carter Sapp, he's been driving it from that area. Get it over to Hilton in the hot hand from 3-point land. Off the mark, Sumner the rebound. Hand that over to Vavruska. Falcons will take it the other way. Coming up on the 5-minute mark with a 6-point lead. Vavruska across half court. Brock Christopherson, the great defense against him. Vavruska fighting for some open space there. We'll take it on the left side. And Tobin Squires says no! Great block by Squires. Great defense right there. It bounces off the wall. Falcons will throw it in on their baseline. 19 on their shot clock, 4:53 left to go in this game. It's a 6-point lead by the Falcons. Vavruska throwing this in. He'll find Berg in the right wing. Up to Kelly, the freshman. That's over to Vavruska now, guarded by Christofferson. Much like the rest of the night, Vavruska will get that over to Berg. He'll spin on the baseline against Nelson, cut off. Vavruska with 6 on the shot clock. That's a long three-pointer out the front of the iron. Nelson the rebound. He'll take it the other way. 3-on-1. Nelson straight to the rack, trying to draw a foul, and does. And that'll be against number 23. That is Carson Kelly, the freshman. Wondering what he did. Ref tells him it's a shot on the arm, wasn't it? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's what the referee just said. Shot on the arm. Personal foul number 4 for Carson Kelly, the freshman guard. Maverick Nelson on the line. Down 6. Free throws have to start falling, and that's another one that bounces off the rim and gets out of there. Jordan, when you're behind like this in the fourth quarter and the clock's not running, free throws have to fall. Have to. It's the best way to catch back up, and there's 1 of 2. Maverick Nelson gets 1. Falcons the other way now. It's a 5-point lead for Florence-Henry. Vavruska picks up his dribble. Now he's going to call timeout because he was in a lot of trouble right there. So Florence-Henry will call the timeout. Both squads will come to the bench, talk about some strategy. We got 4:23 left to go in this game. It's a 5-point lead by Florence-Henry. Bill Vincent will give his guys some instructions here, give them the plan. Other sponsors we can thank. And I'll turn everything over here. Nick's Hamburgers, the legendary hamburger spot in downtown Brookings. Jimmy John's, the freaky fast sub shop right on 6th Street in Brookings. The Man Cave Barbershop, they just cut my hair on Thursday morning. They are the unofficial SDSU football team hair cutters. Alicia and friends will take care of you there. They're on South Madary across from Brookings High School. But the Man Cave Barbershop, a great barbershop. And Turf Guard Lawn Service, get a jump on your lawn care this year. Fertilizing, weed control, lawn care, whatever you need, Turf Guard can take care of you. Thank you all for being sponsors. We want to thank Bankstar Financial as well, our exclusive presenter. Bell Brands brought us the opening tip. CC's Bar and Grill brought us our starting lineups. We'll get through the rest of our sponsors as we roll through this game. I'm going to take a quick drink of my Rainstorm to keep me going here with my voice.
What flavor do we got this week?
We are rocking the mango at the moment. Jordan, you like mango?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mango's good for you, dude. It's going to keep my voice going. Brock Christofferson smacks that out of there, but we're going to have a foul on Cole. That is number 5. Logan Cole just fouled out of this game. A slap on the arm on Brock Christofferson after the steal. The head coach of Florence-Henry, that's Will Rowe, just wondering what that call was. Not quite sure about it, but that's the 5th foul on Logan Cole. And that'll bring Mason Warney back on the field. On the court, I should say. That'll send Brock Christofferson to the line. In this fourth quarter, that is the 5th team foul for Florence-Henry. Brock Christofferson connects on the first. So Sioux Valley's in the bonus the rest of the way. Jordan, what did I just say last time we did this?
Free throws
with the clock not running. When you're behind, they have to fall. Brock hits both of them. That's how you catch up, my man. Falcons will throw this in. Vavruska now guarded by Nelson this time. It's a 3-point game. Florence-Henry still the lead. And that'll be a foul on Vavruska. That is Maverick Nelson picking that up.
First team.
Maverick will get his 4th. So a tough call there, but it was aggressive defense near the top of the key. That'll get Brock Christofferson back on Vavruska. Brock fights through a screen. Vavruska shakes him off, gets it a long deuce that time off the front of the iron. Long rebound. Run down by Christofferson. We are under 4 minutes left to go. Carter Sapp with the 3-ball. Off the front of the iron. Berg with the rebound. That would have brought the house down on my Sioux Valley side here. Oh, wow. Vavruska near the top of the key there. Throws it over to Kelly. That's Berg now at the 15-foot mark. He'll throw it off the backboard. Strong take against Sapp. Too strong. Sioux Valley the other way now. Long outlet. That's Maverick Nelson right at the basket. And that jumper connects. It's a 1-point lead for Florence-Henry. Berg will bring this across half court. Guarded by Sapp. Sapp almost got it out of there. Get it over to Sumner. Back to Berg. Strong take down the lane. And Sapp's going to hammer him to the floor. If you're going to foul him, don't let the ball get to the rim. That's another one. I don't know if you really want to do that, but that's something I've always said. If you've already made the decision you're going to foul him, don't let the ball get to the rim. And that's certainly what Carter Sapp did right there. Sapp with his second personal. That'll send Berg to the line. 2 shots coming for Ty Berg. His first one off the mark. Still a 1-point lead for Florence-Henry. 3:12 left to go in this game. Ty Berg, free throw number 2. That is on the way, and it connects. 2-point lead for Florence-Henry. Hiltonen fakes the 3. He'll drive baseline to 10 feet, and that's a good jumper there. Tie ball game, 3 minutes left to go. Vavruska for the Falcons. He'll get a screen from Sumner. Brock Christofferson guarding. He'll get another screen. Over to Kelly, and that's a 3-ball that is a rainbow shot, and it connects. Sioux Valley the other way now. Maverick Nelson, he'll try a 3. Hit it! Good! Maverick Nelson, the senior! Falcons the other way now.
I might have to stand back up again.
You're going to have to. Half the crowd around us is standing. Let's get on board. Berg, top of the key. Guarded by Sapp. He'll get it over to the elbow. Throw it back out to Kelly. Vavruska is going to try to get some space. It's going to be Brock Christofferson on the push. That'll be team foul number 3 for Brock Christofferson. That is personal number 4. The inbounds play, that's a 3-ball that was open off the back of the iron and out, though. That was Kelly that tried that. Maverick Nelson gets the board. He'll take it across half court. Maverick Nelson now the other way. We just went back-to-back 3s. It was Maverick that hit one. Who hit the other one?
There was no other one, I don't think.
Was there I missed 2 points somewhere.
Brady's layup.
Brady hit a layup. That's right. There we go. That'll be a timeout by head coach Bill Vincent. Brady with 2 points. There we go. Okay, now I'm connected. All right. I'm screaming over here. I'm losing track of writing things down.
It went Brock with his 2 free throws, Maverick with the layup, Brady with 2 point with another layup, and then Maverick with a 3.
There you go. Look at your brain working.
You tell
rattled that off right away, man.
You tell me numbers and I'll remember.
Fantastic.
I'll try my best.
You can be my stat guy then. Fantastic. We are tied at 58, my man. 2 minutes left to go in this game. Winner of this.
What is going on over there?
They are bench pressing a child over there in the corner. Florence-Henry Falcons having some fun over there. The student section bench pressing a toddler. I don't know if I should put my camera on that or not, but there we go. That's what they're doing over there. Head coach Bill Vincent talking with his guys over here, talking strategy. We got 2 minutes left to go, Jordan. We're tied at 58. Winner tonight will play tomorrow night in Hamlin, the number 1 seed in the region. Awaiting the winner of this game. We'll go through the rest of the Region 2 action once this is all said and done. Sioux Valley's going to throw it in from the far sideline. That is Carter Sapp throwing it in. What sideline play they come up with? Into Squires in the corner. Nelson now in the paint. He's triple team. Brady Hiltonen open at the top of the key. Side of the iron and out. That'd have been huge.
Yeah.
Falcons the other way now. Got to be careful with their fouls now. We got a couple guys with 4 out there. This is Brady Hiltonen now guarding Vavruska. Gets a screen. Gets it against Squires, and it's going to be Hiltonen that slaps him on the arm or tripped him one way or the other. Brady Hiltonen's going to get personal number 3. And that means the Falcons will throw it in front of their bench. That's Kelly throwing it in. The freshman will find Berg, top of the key. Vavruska now, left wing. 1:36 left to go. Vavruska into the paint. Shoddy was trying to get it to a teammate. It was Squires that stole it. Nelson the other way, still tied at 58. The senior, Maverick Nelson, will back this up near half court. It's guarded by Vavruska. Now he'll drive right past them, splits the defense. Tobin Squires with the putback. Great offensive board once again. Falcons the other way. Babruska now, top of the key. He'll find Berg. Fake the three. He'll drive in from there. Fighting his way to the basket. It'll be on the floor. But it's a 2-point lead by Sioux Valley. We got 1:03 left to go. That foul on Carter Sapp, that's his third personal. This is Tyberg on the line. He will make the first. That makes it a 1-point game. 1:03 left to go. You feeling this, Jordan?
Yep. We got Brock with 4 fouls, Maverick with 4.
Yep.
Carter with 3, Brady with 3. How many has Tobin got?
That foul shot, that size of Tobin's got none. Maverick Nelson the other way. We're under 1 minute now. 58 seconds left to go. It's a tie game at 60. The senior, Maverick Nelson on the left wing. He'll get a screen from Carter Sapp around the arc. Sumner cuts him off. Nelson will back it up to half court. Now gets it back to the top of the key. He's being guarded by Sumner. Go right past him. He'll back it up, create some space at the 3-point line. That's off the front of the iron. Tobin Squires! Offensive board and put back. Tobin! Are you kidding me? 2-point lead, 30 seconds to go. And that'll bring a timeout by the head coach, Will Rowe of the Florence-Henry Falcons. Tobin Squires! What a board, what a putback. Tobin Squires has done that twice here in the fourth quarter now.
Holy cow.
So Bill Vincent will talk strategy with his guys. This timeout was actually by the Florence-Henry Falcons. 27.6 seconds left. The Cossacks have a 2-point lead. Both teams at 5 team fouls, so both teams in the bonus. See if Tobin Squires has got more magic here in the last 27.6 seconds. Someone's going to have to come up with a play.
1.6 seconds between the shot clock, roughly, and the game clock.
Yep. Yeah, I got to assume Florence-Henry is going to try to run this all the way down, right? Use their one possession to their advantage.
Yep.
So we'll see what both teams have planned coming out of this.
I mean,
I don't know if we're going to have anyone.
I think Sioux Valley would come out with a face guard in number 12.
Yeah, you don't want Babruska to beat you in this situation. It's going to be one guy in him at all times, maybe even
Brady
2.
Will be.
Yeah, Brady Hilton, and he does, well, you know, because Brock's got 4 fouls, Mav's got 4 fouls, so you chase him around with Brady Hilton in it at the moment. Babruska's going to throw this in front of the Falcons bench. Trying to find Kelly. That goes to the other side. Brock Christopherson on the guard. Brock's got 4 fouls. Don't hit him. Berg will bring that up to the top of the key. 20 seconds left. 17 on the shot clock. Babruska now right wing, guarded by Brady Hilton, and he'll turn and spin, drive baseline, off his hands, out of bounds! Turnover, Florence-Henry! Babruska lost the handle on it! Sioux Valley's going to take this over with a 2-point lead, 10.9 seconds left. I'm losing my voice. So Babruska driving to the baseline, trying to get close to the basket, has it bounce off of his hands and out of bounds. That turnover going to be costly for the Falcons. 2-point lead for Sioux Valley. Bill Vincent sending his guys back on the floor.
I mean, no shot clock. You have to get it across half.
Yeah, and you know, I would assume the Falcons are going to try to double team here, try to get a quick steal and transition bucket. Otherwise, they're going to have to foul here too. Especially if the Cossacks get it to half court, they will foul there. They're going to have to.
Bill calls a full timeout.
Yep.
I think talking over and how they're setting up.
Saw what Florence-Henry was going to do. Brings his guys back to the bench, comes up with a new plan, making Florence-Henry play the game.
Passing it, or
this is you could, yeah. I mean, you got to have a streaker down the floor. You do that and connect on it, you can win pretty easily. But it's a high risk play at the same moment.
Yeah.
You almost have to set a screen for it and let your guy take off. And then you got to have a strong throw at the same time. That's got to be accurate.
I mean, that would be the move because tip down here, they got to go the whole floor back.
Yeah, it's a home run ball for sure. You throw it in
we'll see what Coach Bill Vincent
If
does.
you throw it in close, you know a foul is coming because the Falcons can't let too much time go off the clock.
Nope.
They're also going to be double teaming, trying to get that steal, so they're going to be handsy the way it is.
And
so
then
yeah,
if they do foul,
your
you do
home
have
run
to make
ball,
both.
your home run ball makes sense, but it comes with risks at the same
Yep.
time. You throw it in close, you are going to get fouled, and in the bonus, you're going to get foul shots out of that. So it's in the Sioux Valley favor at the moment. Carter Sapp's going to throw this in. We'll see what the plan is. Bill Vincent drew it up. We do have Brady Hiltonen all the way down the floor here against Sumner. Carter Sapp looking for teammates, and he will throw it into Hiltonen. Double team coming. He's fouled by Sumner. That'll send Brady Hiltonen to the foul line for 2 shots. That foul on Sumner, his third.
That almost looked like a flag.
9.4 seconds left. Brady Hiltonen now. You want to know how to ice a game, Jordan? With the
free throws.
With the game clock not running in a lead, make free throws. It's always important. These are those opportunities. You know all the stuff you do in practice where they make you run up and down the floor 8 times in a row, then head to the line, you got tired legs, and it bounces out.
Need this one.
Carter Sapp, tell him not to worry about it. Brady Hiltonen will get try number 2 here. Trying to make it a 3-point game with 9.4 seconds left. Couple of dribbles, takes a look, sends it off, and it hits the front of the iron. It's a 2-point game. 8 seconds left. 6 now. Vabruska across half court. 3 seconds, long shot coming. Berg in the corner. That's going to be short. And the Sioux Valley Cossacks are moving on. 62-60. They find a way to win it. What a game. What a fourth quarter, Jordan. Sioux Valley Cossacks come into Florence, have to come from behind in the fourth quarter and win it. 62-60. That earns them the right to play for a region final tomorrow night at the Hamlin Education Center. The Chargers, one of the top 5 teams in the media poll in Class A. That's the matchup tomorrow night. Going to be a great one. It'll be right here on Saul's Media once again. Get into the building if you can, but if you can't, you can watch it right here. We're going to get into our post-game show. I would assume we're talking to head coach Bill Vincent at some point here. Maybe a player or two as we go through our post-game. So, these fourth quarter stats, they are going to be brought to us by Shorty's Hot Box Food Truck, big or small. Shorty's Hot Box can serve a group from our food truck, or they love attending festivals and fairs. Contact Kim for a customized quote. Amazing customer service with great food that serves super fast. Shorty's Hot Box Food Truck, another proud sponsor. So to finish our game here, Carter Sapp had the strong third quarter, got to 4 points, but he was so great on drives and drawing fouls. Braden Danzizen ends his night with 2 points. Maverick Nelson added 6 in the final frame. That is 18 for Nelson. Brock Christofferson added a couple of free throws. He's at 4. Tobin Squires added 2 great offensive board and putbacks in that fourth quarter. He ends up with 10. And Brady Hiltonen with his 5 3-pointers tonight almost hit another one in that fourth quarter. That brought the house down had he done that.
Pretty cold that fourth quarter.
He ends up with 18 tonight. I think our player of the game, I want to give it to Tobin Squires. What do you think about that? That fourth quarter effort right there?
I agree
Tobin
with
Squires
that.
is going to be our player of the game for his effort in the fourth quarter. Offensive boards and the putbacks, and he got fouls out of that at the same time. We could give 2 of them away because, yeah, those are mine. You can just leave them wherever they're.
Okay.
We could give 2 of them away. Carter Sapp had a great game. That's a great second half as well.
I mean,
wow.
Everyone had a really good game.
Just impressive. That whole second half had to come from behind. What a win. That moves the Cossacks to 12-9 on their season now. The 5 seeds, Sioux Valley Cossacks, moving on. They'll play the number 1 seed, Hamlin Chargers, tomorrow night in Hamlin. 7 o'clock, that game time start.
Will be, I think, at 7.
Yeah, get there early. That place can fill up as well. We're just kind of waiting for some postseason interviews to happen here. The head coach, Bill Vincent, will come up here, I assume, at some point. They're packing everything away. Hopefully we talk to an athlete or 2.
I think we'll talk to 1 or 2 for sure.
So some other sponsors we can thank. My phone is right there. We're going to take a look around the rest of Region 2A action. This is off the South Dakota Scorefeed app. That's brought to us by Back Alley Meats, Downtown Volga, and also Buster's Auto Brokers in Mitchell, right on the corner, right on the price. In Region 2A action, it's the Sioux Valley Cossacks with a 62-60 victory. That earns the right to play Hamlin tomorrow night. The other side of the bracket, the 2 seed Clark Willow Lake, they win by 30 tonight over the Great Plains Lutheran Panthers. And the Dual Cardinals, a 24-point win over Elkton Lake Benton tonight. So it's a 2-3 matchup on the other side of the bracket. Clark Willow Lake will host the Dual Cardinals. It's a 1-5 matchup for us as the Cossacks. We'll visit the Hamlin Chargers and take on one of the better teams in Class A. Hamlin's been ranked all year. They're a fantastic squad. They are athletic. A couple of All-Staters on their squad at the same time. Other action out there.
Bill's walking that way.
Hopefully someone comes up. You might have to run down there and run someone down. In Region 1, number 1 seed Groton. They are a big leader right now over Britton Hecla. Aberdeen Roncalli, the 2 seed, they're behind right now with 3 minutes left in the second quarter, 24-17. They're playing their region finals right now. I thought everyone was playing on the same night. What is going on here? I suppose up north they didn't have to worry about the snow.
Up north they didn't have to worry about the snow, I don't think.
So Region 2 we went through. Region 3 a little bit to our south.
Where's Cash Money Claire?
It's Del Rapids, the number 2 seed. They're taking on Baltic tonight. That is a 7-6 score right now. 5 minutes left in that second quarter. The Couriers with a 1-point lead. West Central, the 1 seed, they will play the Madison Bulldogs as Madison, as the 5 seed, knocked off Flandreau on their home floor tonight. The Flyers are done with their season. That was a 49-45 win for the Bulldogs.
Perfect.
In Region 4, they are 1-2-3-4 in Region 4. Sioux Falls Christian will play Dakota Valley tomorrow night. That's a 1-4 matchup. 2-3 matchup, Lennox versus Vermilion. And we are going to be joined by the head coach, Bill Vincent, always playing with the fans out there, always working it, always doing the PR
we
work.
got out of the locker room really fast and then forgot to come up here. I just knew I had stuff kind of everywhere down there trying to get that organized.
No, we're doing okay, man. That is a hell of a comeback in that fourth quarter, man. Just tell me what some of those conversations were in the timeouts, what you're telling your guys to do.
We were just really trying to poise our guys and not be rattled. What an environment. You know, some kids, sometimes you play an entire career and not get to play in a setup like tonight. You got the high school band rocking right behind you, the Cossack Crazies and Faithful on Black on Night, and then just a packed hometown crowd. So it was loud and we hadn't played in over 2 weeks, and so that really showed the flow where they played last week on Friday night. Obviously, we were up here to see them play. Not the same team that we played tonight. They were outstanding tonight. You can tell a bunch of seniors on their home turf really played well against us. Some foul trouble strapped our guard defensive play a little bit. Otherwise, maybe early on we could have stretched that thing to double digits or whatever. But just what you would expect on the road in the playoffs.
You kind of had to play Vebruska a little bit differently. Brock had 4 fouls. Maverick had 4. You had Brady Hilton in on here and try to finish it off. It worked, though. I mean, Brady got that ball out of there a couple times, including with 10 seconds left to go. That goes off the hands of Vebruska and out of bounds. He's been that option right there.
Working hard, and Dan Ziesen took his turns on him. Dan Ziesen just coming off of, we were just trying to get him healthy, health-wise, and he is way more healthy. And he gave us some minutes. He gutted it out there and did what he could, but that just takes some time to kind of overcome that. Our other guys had it way earlier in the year, but then he kind of had it here, started at our last game in Garrettson, so 2 weeks on it. Right. But he's feeling way better now, but you could see that was a factor for him in his game tonight because everyone knows how well he can play and especially how he can defend. But he took some turns. Point I was getting at, lots of guys rotated over onto Veruska to make him tired enough to miss some things and bobble some things in that fourth quarter. Berg really got going in the fourth quarter.
Yep.
We moved Sapp over there, used some of Sapp's length on him, and was just enough, and kind of used Mav's length on Varuska, and then he picked up his fourth. So that's how it goes.
The strategy works.
Kid's going to talk to you tonight, too.
He had 5 3-pointers himself. I can't wait to talk to Brady tonight. I'm going to ask you about your post play tonight.
Yes.
Tobin Squires, he's our player of the game because of the
Absolutely.
effort in that fourth quarter. That was 2 huge offensive boards and putbacks. He got a foul off of one of those. Talk about Tobin Squires and Carter Sapp, who was driving it in from the top of the key tonight.
Yeah, those guys, they've just all matured and gotten better, just as Florence-Henry's players have, as Hamlin's have. You're in March now, and everyone's showed improvement and growing as players, and that's the case there. But our post play was important. Of course, that's what they were trying to give us too, and then using a lot of help over on the Mav and over on the Brock. Everyone knows how well Brock has been playing coming into this thing.
Yep.
So that's what they were giving, and Tobin right away maybe didn't capitalize on, but as the game came on a couple big plays, and you could just see it once we kind of calmed ourselves early in that fourth quarter that okay, now it's just time to work and not worry about everything going on around you. And it was our keys, and it was on our board, and sometimes you just got to figure out how to do a tough road one to get it done.
Well, we move on. That puts us in a region final tomorrow night. We're going to play the Hamlin Chargers at the Hamlin Education Center. This is another matchup with the Hamlin Chargers. You guys are very familiar with each other. Another rivalry matchup. We'll see what happens tomorrow night, man.
Yeah, it's more like you're playing the Golden State Warriors. They're the defending state champs, not only in basketball but in football.
Yep.
They're the best team in South Dakota. They're amazing. They're the type of team that's can go out there and beat you 90-45, and have done that to a lot of people. Yep. They're just as outstanding as it comes at the high school level. With and really no time to prep for it. So we'll go regroup, get ourselves ready to go to Hamlin. Right now the guys are excited to get to play another day, to survive in an advanced mindset and to get back out there and play against the best that there is in South Dakota and in the region. What did they play? A team out of Tennessee to overtime or something?
Yeah,
I don't know what that ended up. I mean, they're not just the best in South Dakota. They're one of the best
in the region, not just this region, but a region like tri-state area. Yeah,
absolutely, outstanding job. Coached by Coach Neuendorf, his son out there at the point guard, and they're just really, really good. You want to get out tomorrow night, go watch that game. You're going to see some of the best in the business tomorrow night.
It'll be right here on Saul's Media as well, but if you can be in the building, the Cossacks need you. The Cossack Crazies helped you out again tonight.
They did.
You talked about the noise that was happening behind the bench.
Yes, the
I
kids
love it.
were
I
loving
was surrounded by Cossack Crazies up here. It was fantastic.
It's a great situation. You see all the support, see all the blackout shirts, and everyone having each other's back. And here's how loud it was. We kind of just had to move our bench down away from the noise level so that we could lock in on a couple of those breaks that we had late in the game. But
that's fantastic,
you need to talk to this guy.
Yeah, we can bring him up.
Talk to this guy, not me.
Head coach Bill Vincent, thank you once again. Brady Hilton then will join us. You might have to wipe those off a little bit, but you're used to sweat and things sweat on everything. Brady Hiltonen joining us in the post-game show. 5 3-pointers for you tonight, my man. Was the basket just a little bit bigger tonight? Was it?
Felt like it for sure.
It seemed a little bigger.
The first half. I just have to keep on building my confidence up.
Yeah, well, it happened tonight, man. A great job of shooting by you. It's a great job by all of you. You had to come from behind in the fourth quarter.
Yep.
Tell me about some of those conversations on the floor. You were down 6 at one of those times. What were you guys talking about? Just one possession after another, or what'd you have to do?
Get it down to like the 2 minute to get it down to 2, and then just tie the game up. And we've been training for this. I mean, the conditioning, like we are made for these moments. It feels like.
Right. So it worked tonight.
Yep.
It was Vavruska that was trying to drive it down to the baseline. About 10 seconds left. It goes off of his hands. Did one of you guys knock it out of his hands, or did you just lose the dribble?
I tipped it a little, and then he tried to regain it, and then just lost it.
So it was you that was guarding him at that time. So
yeah.
Nice job on that. You essentially won the game. I mean, we come down here. You had a chance at 2 free throws. You made one of them. Free throws a problem tonight. We might have to work on that before we get to Hamlin tomorrow night. But it is a great win, man. A come from behind victory in the fourth quarter. is there the seniors out there? I mean, you're kind of playing for them.
Mm-hmm.
Was there a lot of leadership, a lot of conversations with Levi, with Brock,
Yeah.
with Maverick? They were both in foul trouble at one point. That's why you were on Vavruska at that
Yeah.
last second.
Mav coming in the fourth quarter just says we aren't going home tonight. We're playing tomorrow and stuff.
Yeah. Well, that's fantastic,
all just
man.
had to believe that we're going to play tomorrow.
Well, it's a hell of a comeback, man. So nice job on that. We'll head to Hamlin tomorrow. Another
Yep.
matchup with the Hamlin Chargers, dude.
Mm-hmm.
So get some rest. That's going to be a formidable task. They're pretty good.
Yep, very good.
We'll be ready, though.
Yeah,
All right. Well, congrats.
thank you.
Brady Hilton and join us in the post-game show. I'll take the sweaty headphones from you. Thanks, Brady. Congrats on the win. That is just about going to do it here. I'm going to go through the South Dakota Score Feed app brought to us by Back Alley Meats and Buster's Auto Brokers. We went through Region 2, Region 3. Del Rapids now a 3-point lead over Baltic as they are trying to move on. In the bottom side of that bracket, West Central will take on Madison now in the region final there. Region 4 we went through. Out in Region, South Dakota Score Feed, always cutting out on me. I think the whole state is looking at the same thing I am. So we'll go up to Region 5, and the app closed again, so that's going to do it. Everyone can see that as well. Just pay attention to a lot of those scores out there. South Dakota Score Feed app on your own. I'm going to not try to open that thing up anymore. I'm tired of that thing just closing up on us. So a great win here in Florence tonight at Florence-Henry High School. Come from behind victory in the fourth quarter. Congrats to the Sioux Valley Cossacks. Now, tomorrow at 7 o'clock, we'll take on the Hamlin Chargers, one of the best teams in the state. And we'll see what our Sioux Valley Cossacks can do against one of the best. But it gives them another opportunity, one more night with these seniors. And we'll see, man, tomorrow. All those games will decide who's going to be in the SODAC 16. Those games are on Tuesday night, so that's what's at stake tomorrow. You win against Hamlin, you go to the SODAC 16, just like the girls just did, and give yourselves the opportunity. But a great win here tonight in Florence-Henry. That's going to do it. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for following along. Thanks for all the support. Thanks for all the sponsorships. It's all fantastic. Congrats to the Sioux Valley Cossacks. Nice work on the Cossack Crazies with all the support here tonight. It was blackout night. A lot of fans in black T-shirts out here. That was fantastic. Let's do it again tomorrow night in Hamlin. I'll be right here on Sol's Media, right here on YouTube. If you can't be in Hamlin, you can watch it there. Otherwise, get to the building, man. But get there early. It's going to fill up in a hurry. It's a little bit bigger gym. There's a little bit more room. But these Cossacks, man, they need you. They need you behind them. They need the support. They need to hear you. But if you can't be in Hamlin, you can watch it right here on Sol's Media, the YouTube channel of Jason Salzman. So that's going to do it. From the Florence-Henry High School, I'll see you tomorrow night, live from Hamlin.